Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going to be going over the C4 Smart Watermelon Burst coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the C4 Smart Watermelon Burst. And some of you might be saying, didn't you already review this? And the truth is, I did review it, but I reviewed it in the 16-ounce can. And if you didn't know, they switched over from 16-ounce cans to 12-ounce cans. So if you want to know what changed, you can check out that review right there. That is the 12-ounce cans. And those were the new flavors that they came out with. To my surprise, they didn't actually release the reformulated original line until a little bit later. So I had to make that video right there, which compared the 12-ounce to the 16-ounce. And I did a taste test of the peach mango, the blue raspberry, and the cherry berry lime, which used to be their Freedom Ice, to see what actually changed. And there were some pretty big changes. So if you want to know about the new formula and the new flavors, that was the video I did first. But then when I did the comparison, I did the ones that they had at the time. And when I did my C4 tier list, someone said, hey Caffeine Man, you don't have the watermelon on there. And as I went back and looked, I saw that they actually released the watermelon burst just a little bit after they had done the blue raspberry and the peach mango. And since it wasn't on my tier list, I said, well heck, I still have to review this because it's going to be a different flavor than the 16-ounce, because all the 16-ounce changed a little bit when you tried them in 12-ounce version. So I am here today to bring you the watermelon burst. I also have the black cherry to review for you guys, because similar to the other drinks, they hadn't released the black cherry at the time, so I still have to re-review the black cherry for you so we can see how it changed from the 16-ounce can to the 12-ounce can. But right now, let's focus on the watermelon burst. And here's the can. And these 12-ounce cans do have 200 milligrams of caffeine. It's called Smart Energy because it has nootropics in there for concentration and focus. No jittery feelings because it has those ingredients to help with focus. No beta-alanine, so no beta tingles. Just good focusy concentration, memory, great stuff. Here, cut it. When it came to the first watermelon burst, if I recall correctly, which I do think I did, they had a little bit of malic acid in there to give you a little bit of tartness on the back end. And I was excited to try out the watermelon because at the time it was released, there had been a lot of watermelons on the market, and I was curious how they were going to do with it. And I was surprised because they actually went with a little bit of a lighter natural feel, where a lot of the other companies were going more sweet candy flavor. I'm curious how this one's going to be without the malic acid in it, and getting feedback on the first one that maybe it might have been a little bit too natural, or maybe they went more natural with it. Taste it out. For your carbonation, you're getting a medium to high carbonation. For your sweetness, I would say you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high, but definitely not as sweet as I would like it. And like I said, a lot of the other companies went more with like a sweet candy kind of flavor, so they did bump up the sweetness, which sometimes helps draw out the watermelon flavor more, but give you more that candy, artificial kind of watermelon flavor. This one definitely is still going the way of a natural watermelon, so for your flavor profile, I'm going to say you're getting a high amount of flavor on the low end of high, and they really just crossed over that cusp because I was like, man, this is still kind of a light flavor, but they're still giving you enough of that natural watermelon flavor to get it into that high category. And how is this flavor different than the 16-ounce can? That's usually what people want to know because they were used to the 16-ounce can. And like I said, they took out the malic acid on all of the drinks, and that malic acid took out that tartness on the back end. So if you thought you had a sweet and sour kind of flavor, you're not really getting that sour anymore. And I think because of that, they pulled back a little bit on the sweetness, because I remember the drinks being on the high category for sweetness, a little bit higher on that chart, definitely not on the low end of high. So it seems like this drink is a little bit lighter in flavor and in sweetness, but I do think they're giving you a nice natural watermelon flavor, which is what people liked about the original one and what people seem to like about the watermelons now, because a lot of people were getting used to that candy watermelon and they're like, oh, you know, this kind of tastes like a fake watermelon. Only a couple of companies have gone with a real watermelon kind of flavor. much more of a natural watermelon flavor. And if that's what you're looking for, that's what C4 Smart Energy is giving you. So when we go ahead and take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, the previous one in the 16-ounce can was a little bit of a surprise to me. It's a very, very, very competitive category. My goodness. I mean, you know, people told me that I have to stop doing the chart because they just get too full. Most people are on mobile, so they can't even see it. Some people still like it though, because it gives you a good comparison compared to the other ones. The previous one was an 8.6, which mixed in with all those other good ones. I think this is still a good one, but it is a little bit lighter, a little bit less sweet. I am actually going to give this an 8.5. Even though it is a little bit lower in those categories, I still think they did a solid job with a nice, good natural watermelon flavor. So we got up there an 8.5. Still a good drink. I also need to put this on the tier list. I will be doing more tier lists at some point for more of the companies. A lot of you guys been loving the tier lists. So where's this one gonna be going on the tier? Am I putting the tier list? I don't know. I might cover the screen, so maybe I might disappear for a second. Depends on how big the tier list ends up showing up. But I'm actually gonna put this in the C tier at an 8.5. It is kind of on the cusp between the B and the C, but I have some of those other smart energies on the C tier, and I think this falls in that category where those are as well. If you are looking to save at least 20% on C4, you can actually use coupon code Caffeine Man at the C4 Energy and Cellucor website. I am sponsored by C4. That is how I am able to get you such a great coupon code. And if they actually have a sale going on already, then my coupon code will be a little bit more. So definitely be sure to check out C4 Energy to pick up this drink or any other C4 products at least 20% off. Coupon code Caffeine Man. And definitely don't forget to check out caffeineman1.com for all of my other coupon codes and affiliate links. As promised, I have one of those C4 videos right there if you want to see the new flavors and what changed. I also have that video right there to compare the 16-ounce to the 12-ounce. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share all my videos with everybody. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.